everyone. It's good to have you on another edition of Singles and Married with Christi. Of course, my name is Christiana Ibrahim Ambi, your relationship coach and counselor. Of course, certified by the grace of God. Now, it's always a pleasure having you on my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you are here. If you've been following me closely, I have been speaking on the topic, how to position yourself as a lady for marriage. How to position yourself as a lady for marriage. And I spoke about a few things in my previous videos. Unfortunately, I might not be able to go over them again. Now, this is, however, a good spot to say that if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so now. Just go to that button, yes, and press the subscribe button and you are subscribed. Now you can also turn on your notifications so that whenever my videos drop, you will always know and watch. Now, I've been speaking to the singles, particularly the single ladies. Soon I'll talk to the single men. But like I said before, I'll be alternating talking to the singles and to the married. So married people, just know that my next video will have to do about you. Now, just before I start my points for today, my last video, I talked about one of the points. I said to the single women, do not friend zone people unnecessarily. And this particular point got to my young men on my team. And honestly, they confessed after our recording that they have been victims. In fact, in the words of one of them, he said, what I did for this girl, only God will reward me. So you see that a lot of young men are suffering. So please, young women, sometimes these men are hanging around. What do you think they are doing around you, for God's sake? You think they are just guardian angels or what? Cut them some slack now. This man is all around you. He's everywhere around you. He's, always, the shoulder you are always crying on. Yet, when you are looking elsewhere and hoping someone from somewhere will come. This matter about see finish mentality. See, let me tell you one thing. One of the sweetest things that can happen to you is to get married to someone who is your friend already. Because no hide and seek. Una don't know yourself. Permit me, I've entered one language like this. You who are convert, you know yourselves, you know each other. You understand? No, what they call it, pretense. You know your homes, you know how he behaves, you know how she behaves, you know each other, you have understanding, you play, you joke, you laugh. Now, it doesn't mean that when you marry as friends, you will not make discoveries and there will not be other issues, because when you move from the point of friendship into courting, there are more discoveries you make. You need to be more intentional, and discover more things. Now, let me come back to my topic before I digress too much. So sisters, please help our brothers, okay? If he comes, don't say you're my brother now. He might just not be wanting to be your brother. He wants to be your man, your husband. So give them the chance, okay? Now, my next point, I'm seeing one of them nodding his head, is agreeing. Yes, sisters, give them a chance. All right. The next point I want to talk about is have godly and realistic standards. Young women positioning. Have godly and realistic standards. Now, I am very intentional when I say godly and realistic. Now, of course, you should have standards. You should have expectations. You should have what you desire to see in a man, what the kind of man you want to get married to. There must be desire, who I want to get married to, how I want my home to look like. You should have those desires. They are within, your right to have those desires, but there is a threshold that your desires can move to, or your standards can move to, and they become unrealistic and even ungodly, if you ask me. For example, I watched recently a video by my mentor, PK, and he was talking about, he was responding to a question and saying that the young women are always saying tall, dark, and handsome. Said, well, as it would happen, the men on my team, they are all tall, dark, and handsome. So this one doesn't even affect them. As in young women, and they sell my market to, as soon as they hear, you can reach out to me. All right. So do you understand? Now, he was talking about, if you all want tall, dark, and handsome, who takes the short? He said, who takes the short ones? You don't want to marry him, and the short one he's doing okay. He loves God. He's character check. Hard work and prospect and purpose check. Yet you say he's short. Now, just because of that, you reject someone that God has already arranged for you and puts in your way for you together to be able to fulfill your lives together, and you reject the person because you say he's short. Now, you need to move from your expectations, make them realistic. Make your expectations realistic. I hope to bring someone soon on this program. His story, his marriage story is always intriguing for me. He kept saying that he wanted someone, he's tall, and good looking. He said he always wanted someone that is very tall and, but somehow God gave him someone else. But at the end of it, several years down the line, over 20 years now, and he is grateful to God that he chose her and he went with God's choice. He didn't insist that it had to be that tall lady. Now, you need to be able to know when to bow to the will of God. Bring your expectations under the will of God. Let your expectations align with God's will for your life. Let your expectations align with God's will for your life. One thing I want you to know is that God loves you so much, and God will never give you someone that you dread going to bed and waking up with. Always know that because he has great expectations for you, great plans for you, great plans for your future, that whoever he brings your way, you must know that that is the best person for you. Just know that he has given you the one that will fit you perfectly. Now, does it mean that person is perfect? No, but he will fit you perfectly. So please, my young women, bring your expectations within reason. And I want to say to you as a young woman, if you don't even have expectations at all, you are wrong. That's the truth. You will fall for anything. Anybody that doesn't have expectations, the Bible talks about the expectations of the righteous shall not be cut off. That means that if you don't have expectations, what are you expecting? What are you doing? So you should have expectations, you should have standards, but let them be within reason. I want you to know that ultimately God sees and knows the heart. 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7 has shown us that already, when the prophet Samuel almost made a mistake in the choice of a king. And just because he saw Eliab and he was looking well built, and he said, wow, this one, he must be him. And God said, no. He said, I have rejected this one. He said, you do not see as I see. He said, man looks at the outward appearance. I look at the heart. Now, God knows the heart. God knows who will fit in perfectly with you. God knows who will take you to that desired future he has planned for you. God knows who you will fit in with to together fulfill purpose. God knows who you will together raise those godly kids with, who you will have that great marriage with. God knows that person. So allow God in the process of your choice for a life partner. Never leave God out. This is one thing I think it's almost become an anthem in almost every of my video. I say never leave God out of your choice for a life partner. He knows who is perfect for you, and he wants you to trust him in your choices. Trust him in your choices. The next point I need to run. Time, I wish I could hammer on it, but I have to move. Do not ever appear desperate. Do not ever appear desperate. Now, as much as I said to you right from the beginning, you need to make yourself attractive. You need to make yourself approachable. You need to be inviting, but you must be careful so that you do not cross the threshold of being attractive, being accessible, being available, and then becoming desperate. So that the first thing when a man comes to you and he's just trying to say hello, the next thing is you're asking him, are you engaged? Well, what are your plans concerning marriage? The guy never even know you. He's just trying to say hello, hi, how far? And you're already talking marriage. Now, as far as many men are concerned, the moment you start like that, it scares them. Now, women are always ready for marriage way before men are. Women are always ready for marriage way before men are ready. That is why you must be careful. That is why you see a young man, she's already ready for marriage, and a young man about the same age with her is not, because she is seeing herself. It's the way most women, especially in this part of the world, where they are, how it is put in our hearts and our minds as you are growing, you begin to think marriage, you begin to think motherhood, you begin to think, caring for other people under you, but the man is, all he's thinking about is pursuit, making money and everything. But of course, we know that a lot of things are changing, are not the same as they used to be, because now we have more women in pursuit of career and trying to do things, as far as career is concerned. But I'm saying that still women are family oriented and men are more work and career oriented. Now, women are more ready for marriage than men. So when you start off, when a man is trying to get to know you, and you start off by telling him, by making him see that you are desperate for him to marry you, now, he might leave. So never portray yourself as desperate. Now, for me, I think that it is when you do not understand your worth, when you do not know who you are in God, you do not understand who you are, you do not have value over yourself, that you get desperate. But if you understand yourself, if you know who you are in God, you know where you are going to, you will never get desperate, no matter how much the pressure is coming. Whether pressure from parents or from peers or from society, you will not allow yourself to get to that point of desperation, because you know that what God's plans will be in your life. I need to move to the next point. You need to socialize. Young woman, socialize. You say you want to get married, but all you do is sit in front of your TV. Once you're done from the office, you come back from work, and some of you, because of how things have changed now, you're probably not doing the 9 to 5 kind of work. So you're probably, let's say let's say you're a fashion designer and you design for only women. So it means that most of your clients are women. You hardly find men around you. They're always coming to your shop or to your house to sew, and it's women. Now, it means that there must be other things that you are doing that will make you to be seen by men. Well, only in few cases and in rare cases where a man, maybe God will direct the man and bring him to your doorstep, but you would have to be seen. You would have to be noticed, to be approached. So you need to put yourself out. You need to be available. You need to socialize with people. Some of you don't even go to church. I have heard, and for me, I think it's kind of funny, and I don't agree with it. Some people saying that you cannot find a spouse in church. Where else if not in church? You can, and of course you should find a wife in church. Well, I'm hoping that someday soon I'm going to put out a questionnaire, because there's something that has become a bother to me. I see young men and women in church, and they are doing, they are both in church or in fellowship or in youth or something together, but you just discover that the young men are not marrying the young women, and the young women are there, and then later on, after years and years, one man from somewhere comes and he takes the woman, and then the man to go somewhere and looks for. Why are they not getting married? Why are you in church and you're not getting married to yourselves? What is the problem? So you can go out in church. Church is a place for fellowship with God and with other believers, but it's also a place where you can find, you can be able to kickstart social activities, where you can have picnics, attend weddings. Just because most of your circle of friends are married doesn't mean that when you're invited for weddings you shouldn't go. Go. Who knows? You might just be at that wedding and something will happen. There will be a connect. You are invited for a housewarming, you don't go. For a naming ceremony or dedication, you don't go. You need to go. You need to go out. Even if it's your married friends that are inviting you, they might also have some single friends. Even though you are single, they might have other single friends that will show up. Your friend might have single friends and they will show up and there might be a connect. So you need to come out. You need to socialize. You need to be open to invitations and try to attend these invitations. And guess what? May I say, do not always be in a hurry to leave when you are somewhere. Be available. Sometimes when you go to church, once they close, you have picked your Bible. Before, as they are sharing the grace, before they finish the grace, you have reached the gate. And maybe there was one young man that came from somewhere. He's probably not even a member of that church. And he came, and then as he was sitting, he took note of you. And he was praying and waiting for service to end so that he will go and meet up with you. But before they said the grace, you are at the gate. And the young man is busy looking for you and you are gone. Now, I want to say, learn to just stay. After service, don't be in a hurry to leave. Stay, greet people, shake people, hug, people and say hello to them. That way, you might be able to connect with even new people and meet new friends. Don't be in a hurry. Even if you attend a wedding or you attend a picnic or something, don't always be the first to leave. Stay and socialize. Okay, engage in conversation. Don't just go stay and be quiet and stay in your corner in these days of phone. Now, young people, you need to learn to keep your phones down and talk. You'll be in a program, you are at a wedding, and you are at a table and your attention is all on your phone. You are all on the phone. You are not looking at people. You are not connecting with people. You are not talking with people. And so when you are always only on your phone, when you are at events like that, it gives an impression of, I do not want to be disturbed. And so people will tend to keep off your way when you do that. So learn to keep your phone and talk and socialize. When you are at gatherings, keep your phone down and talk and gist and laugh and connect. Okay? So learn to socialize. Now I want to say the next point. Never stop improving on yourself. Young woman, never stop improving on yourself. A man always loves to be in pursuit because the man is made, he's a hunter by nature. He's a hunter by nature. He likes going for the catch. He likes going after. The man wants to go after. He wants to be in pursuit of. That is why for me, I think it is an anomaly for a woman to be the one to propose. For me, I think it's going outside, the norm, the thing that should originally be. I don't think that is what God intends for us, that a woman should be the one to propose to a man. I don't think so. When I come to, I should do a topic that will address that soon, about should a woman, maybe we'll do a Facebook Live on that, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so you need to know that the man wants to be in pursuit. So give him something that will keep him intrigued always. I have a topic that I'll be talking to the married women on. It also has to do with something similar with this. It is how to make yourself attractive for your husband. And one of the points I'm going to be talking about is, even in marriage, you must always keep yourself give your husband something to pursue. So as a young woman, as a single lady, always be, I want to use that word. What's that word? Like oh my God, what's that word? Like something that is new every day. When he's intrigued by you, he just can't seem to get enough of you. You need to work on yourself. That means you need to keep improving on yourself. You know why sometimes this thing about when they marry, you'll be eating okra every day? Yes, it's okra. But I hope you know that there are many ways to make okra. There is white okra. There is seafood okra. There is okra mixed with ogbono. There is okra with ugu. That means that what? I can make okra, but okra can have different tastes. You can make okra with fish. You can make okra with goat meat. You can make it with beef or with chicken or with dry fish. As in, variety, they say, is the spice of life. Now, this is what men want. They give him something to pursue. Now, married women, I'm coming for you soon. Now, I want to ask you, young woman, can you have and keep a conversation going? Can you have and keep a conversation going? You need to be able to have a conversation. You need to be able to keep a conversation going. It's quite sad that now, where we are in the days where knowledge has been made more easy, as an information is easy, because we have our phones, you have Google, and all manner of, you can go on YouTube and you can type on videos on issues and you will watch and learn. You can have online courses, online studies, yet we are not seeking the knowledge. We are using our phones instead to just chat and just watch other people do their thing. Watch for example, comedies. People just spend 4 hours watching comedies, or watching Netflix films and movies and all that, where we can also learn other things and grow. Now, I want to say to you that please, you need to work on yourself. You need to improve on yourself. You need to go back to school if you need to. You need to learn a handwork if you need to. You need to do more with your time than watch TV, than chat and surf the net. You need to do more with your time. Now, let me say this to you, young women. If sex is all you have to offer, he will lose interest fast and move on to the next person. Do you know why some relationships break before they even begin? Because you start off with sex. You don't know how to converse. You don't know how to talk. So you just came and you just started off with sex. Boom. So there's nothing new again now. Nothing new under the sun. So he wants more and he's not getting more, and so he just leaves. And for me, I think that when a woman enters into a relationship and the first thing she's offering is sex, it means that she doesn't have something up here to offer. Because if you have something up here to offer, the first thing you will offer is not sex. It will be the last thing, and it will be in marriage. It will be in marriage. Because you will continue to make him want for more. You will make him be in pursuit until he desires. He will say, Kai, I want more of this. This one, she's for keeps. So you need to know that if sex is all you have to offer, he will lose interest fast and he will move on to the next person. Perhaps the reason why the men have been leaving you is because all you offer is sex. And when they don't leave, they won't make a commitment either. Now, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? When he's getting sex and sex and sex, and he knows that there's nothing upstairs, you are not adding anything to his life. All you are giving him is, you are just warming his bed. You are not doing anything. You are not adding anything. You have not added anything. No plus in his life. Just sex. In fact, and I hope you know that when you are giving him sex, you are taking away, because he's losing his strength. That's the truth. You are taking away from him. So, do you understand? Once you are having sex outside of marriage, you are losing strength. But the irony of it is that when you have sex inside of marriage, it does something. You are adding to each other. Oh, God is just amazing. Now, I'm not talking about sex, but I just have to say that. Now, so you need to know that maybe why they are not proposing is because you keep giving them sex. You think that sex will keep them, but the moment they take it, they leave you. Now you need to wake up, young woman, wake up and know that I need to have more to do in a relationship and no more sex. From this moment, I choose to honor God with my body. No more sex until marriage, and I will give I would be able to give more. I will add more. Whoever it is, even if he doesn't end up marrying me, I will ensure that as he's leaving me a better person. So you need to know that what you need to work on yourself. Men have great regard and respect for a woman who is growing. He wants someone he can be proud to introduce. Yes, some of you, the reason why he's hiding you is because he's not proud of you, because you're not evolving. You're just there. You can't engage in conversation. You don't know nothing. See, you need to know a little about everything. When they are talking football, at least be able to know who Ronaldo is. Don't be asking, who is he? Don't, when they are talking, you need to be able to know. When they are calling people like Dangote, don't say, who is he? Know small something about everything. Know a little about politics, know a little about football, know a little about God. In fact, know more about God if you ask me. Know more about God and be able to contribute to every conversation, no matter how little. And for people that are always like that, when you don't know, you will quickly ask and you will get to know. Because people that are always learning and growing always want to know more. And so when they don't know, they are eager to ask questions. So always improve on yourself. I love this slogan of always learn, unlearn, and relearn. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. If you don't evolve into a better version of yourself, whoever comes to you will leave you. That's the truth. Because nobody wants a liability. Nobody wants a woman that is not growing. Nobody wants a woman that is dull, a woman that will cause him problems, a woman that he will not be proud to display, to show the world. He wants someone that is growing. Don't look so beautiful that all you have to offer is your beauty. Did you get that? Don't look so beautiful that all you have to offer is your beauty. There's a story in Mark chapter 11 verse 12 to 14 about the fig tree. When Jesus saw the fig tree, the Bible says that the fig tree had leaves. It was looking beautiful. It was looking attractive, and you expectedly there should be fruit on that fig tree. And so Jesus went close and he wanted to pluck some figs and eat, only to get there and discover that there were no fruit, just leaves. Now, don't be like that tree, young woman, that you will just be all leaves, all beauty, no brain, no nothing to offer. Don't be like that. When a man comes and he discovers that you have nothing more to offer, he's going to leave. Because yes, your beauty might serve like a trophy, but there's nothing more. And let me tell you, in marriage, beauty doesn't keep a marriage. That's the truth. Beauty will not keep a marriage. He will not be washing you and be drinking the water every day. He will not. He wants someone that is beautiful, but he also wants someone that can represent him when he is somewhere, that can speak on his behalf, that can talk on his behalf. Do you understand what I'm saying, young woman? So ensure that you are that person. And the last point I would say as I close is, you need to love God, you need to know God. Now, let me tell you the truth. There is nothing that will make you even more attractive and ready and set for marriage than your knowledge of God. Because the more you know God, the more he reveals himself to you. The more he reveals himself to you, the more you understand his mind. And the more you understand his mind, the more you know exactly what you want in life, who you will settle with in life. That is why you need to love God. You need to be sold out to God. You need to give yourself to him. I don't know what you're doing. If you are single and you're not fully in service to God, I don't know what you're doing. Let me tell you the truth. The truth of the matter is that when you get married, it's gonna take a lot of your time, because now you have a whole human being and little other human beings to take care of. And then you have in-laws and you have other people, because your relationships expand with marriage. So you need to work on yourself. Proverbs chapter 31 verse 30 will say, charm is deceitful and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Indeed, charm is deceitful. No matter how attractive you are, no matter how beautiful you look, no matter how much you smile, if you are not connected to God, allowing Him to work on you, mold you into who He wants you to be, I assure you that that charm, you will lose it. And you will discover that there was need for more, and that more is God. All right, I'm out of time, and so I need to go. For now, I have come to the conclusion of this topic. Maybe some other time we will revisit this topic and delve deeper into it. But for now, we have concluded this topic. I want to appreciate you for staying with me on this video, and I want to encourage you to please share this video. If it has blessed you, go ahead and share it with your single friends, your single sisters, and of course even the men. They will learn from this video. Okay, so thank you once again, and do take care. Goodbye.